I guess I would start first. I have a two-part question. The first part is it gotten better or worse than, you had 2020, the COVID era, which was crazy. 2021, pull back again. 2022, maybe people uncertain. 2023, people thought like it was going to crash. So I was curious if it's better or worse. And then the second part of that question is there anything you're finding that will unlock or make someone move? And so that might be helpful to the audience too.
Yeah. It's interesting. 2020, we were 8 people and a dog in an office in Soho, New York. We had, other than the first few months, probably Q2 when COVID, we really started to feel the effects of it.
Yeah.
But I'd say 2020, we actually had a little bit of a growth spurt. 21, 22, into the beginning of 23, we went up to 50 people and grew. And we virtualized the business. So we have people all across the US. So we started to feel this malaise, shall we say, in Q4 of last year into the first 2 months of this year. And frankly, it unnerves you when you see this, where people are unsure, they're not spending money. Holiday 23 wasn't so great. Thankfully, the second part of Q1 of this year, things unlocked and started moving. But as we approach the summer and as we approach the election and all this nonsense going on around the world, I think people are frozen again. And I'm concerned because we're going into the summer months when people take holiday, things slow down. So, yeah, and I've lived through the internet boom and bust. I lived through the financial crisis. I think this is another one, and it's the hangover effect from all the stimulus pumped into the economy during COVID, which now, with interest rates high, although central bank in Canada and Europe lowered rates, we'll see what the Fed does. I think that could be, to answer the second part of your question, I think that's the unlock. It's when people feel safe that there's liquidity, they feel like they're not struggling to pay their mortgage and buy food. I think that's when things will begin to unlock. And I'm hoping in the second part of this year that we see that. The reality is there are a lot of clients running on very antiquated systems. And with everything digital nowadays, if you're not investing, you're going backwards, right? You're either going forward or going backwards. There's no staying put. And that's the conversation we try to have, but also with some analysis of their business model, their financials, to help them out of this blockage, this mental fear and blockage that they have. And frankly, if you look at history, these are the times to actually, if you can afford to invest, start investing in things, because eventually we will come out of this funk. And when we do, are you positioned for growth, or do you have to start from square one, which you're behind some of the smarter competitors that did invest?
Yeah, investing through some of these times, history shows, like from a market point of view, if you invest through any market downturn and don't worry about like, oh, do I put my money in or take my money out over a 5, 10, any 5-year period in history, you're going to, and I think that's true for e-commerce because the lead times tend to only last for a certain amount of time. People that are visionary and are focused on, if you can't acquire new customers, then you should be focusing on making your existing customers more efficient. Even doing that requires more investment because you need to give them a better experience in order to do that.